How many soils are there in the world? Who knows? Who knows? Let me be more specific. How many soils are on your land? Answer is the same. Nobody knows unless you dig soil pits and find out. But why? Because a soil starts from the surface down and not from the surface up. And you don't know what is below the surface or below your feet unless you dig, observe and measure it. If you didn't measure it, you don't know the best way to manage it, because your actions, your decisions, your choices are based on guesswork and speculations, but not on observations and measurements. The same applies to a global land mass, which is being managed by people who don't fully understand what they're managing or how their management affects the entire planet, because they don't know what's below their feet. The consequence of lacking soil information leads to inadequate land uses and various forms of degradation, be it on a farm or state level or a global scale. When this happens, there is no simple, cheap or easy way to reverse it. But the thing is, there is no lack of knowledge, experience or know-how. No, there's plenty of it. But there is a lack of willingness to obtain that soil information and then put it into practice. And that's the problem, which also applies to those 23,000 hectares of irrigation failure that could be easily prevented if they were willing to invest in soil knowledge before pre-designing stage. But they didn't, because such a beautiful flat land cannot be bad. But guess what? More than 56% of that beautiful land is now beyond economical repair. That means about 68 million US dollars down the drain. And the undo button doesn't exist. But accordingly, don't judge a book by its cover or soil by its surface, because you don't know what's written in a book unless you read it, or what's below the surface unless you dig and measure it. And soil surface can be very deceiving. If a soil survey is expensive, land degradation and the project failure because of no soil survey is much more expensive. What do you think?